Sentiment of the desk, FURIA hot favorites for this.
They should be, right? And that's the conversation. But anything can happen in this matchup, especially with the head-to-head that was discussed. But let's get things underway here as FURIA swiftly making their way over to that B bomb site. All 5 members congregating now. U2 set up, Lato and Taco to receive.
Pins soon to be pulled. It's safe that will mark the start. Drop at the front of the pack and feet on the ground into the site and shut down immediately. It's Lato looking to string together a pair. K-Serato resilient. Damage dealt. Yuurih and K-Serato with a limp. Taco low on site. Finish nicely as K-Serato tucks him in tight. Back and forth. Continues to look good for the FURIA side bomb. Is down and just 2 trying to fight their way back in.
And both with Julies here. You wouldn't mind having these through the next round of play, get that cheap upgrade into the head armor, but lingering for now and, well, thinking better over on the fade of that smoke. So 00Nation, they will concede here, and FURIA kick it off in simple fashion, right over to B and execute. Away you go. That timing on that window smoke, it actually bloomed after they'd already made their way in, so that bought them a couple of extra seconds here.
You were doing that on Mirage in 2015 ahead of the smokes.
Yeah, look, you know, this map, it's been around for an awful long time. I think it's great to have the likes of Taco and coldzera. You heard Yanko mentioning, hold on, Dumao, you want these, mate. There you go.
Ooh,
and that's a nice little saucy $300 in the back pocket. K-Serato beheads coldzera, and there goes the bomb. Dumao does stay alive, so one of them retaining these dual Berettas. But talking about the fact that the Brazilians kind of made their mark on the international scene on this map, and now we get them going toe-to-toe, it's going to be a split crowd, right?
That man helped me order halloumi this morning.
Oh, okay.
That was the guy.
Oh, at the hotel?
Yeah.
All right, well.
Much love to him.
Small world.
Yeah, 9Z fan.
Absolute small world.
Good lad, good lad. Much love to him, and of course, not much love for 00Nation. Just going to be forcing around those Julies. Or, well, they were Julies. Of course, you can see FAMAS Scout in the mix. A whole lot of rifles and a lot of pressure early into mid. You can see Dumao will be tucking himself into that ladder room, hoping to spring the trap should they commit.
Now, smokes are important on Mirage, right? But in terms of blocking out the choke points, you got a couple more leaks to worry about than, say, a map like Inferno. So a couple of smokes deployed early from 00Nation. It's not like they have 5 across the board. They've been able to get that FAMAS into the hands of Lato, the Julies. So maybe an extra purchase or 2 in the pistols here that could have bought them a key piece of util. But early, it's all good in the hood. coldzera on the jiggle close round, doesn't see an awful lot. That frees up Try. He will be able to try and contribute, pardon the pun, towards the mid and connector positions, but really taking their time here. FURIA not in a rush for once.
Yeah, that's true. Safe and Art, though, will be combining with the smoke up. It's their time to move and shake. And we talked about Dumao, tucked in tight. Lato, of course, with the biggest gun in the group. Good flash. Woo, better from the Deagle. Dumao, 1. Lato still strong.
Look where the bomb is right now, over towards the vent room here. So scrambling, FURIA have to get this Art, in-game leader, man for the job. We'll scoop this up, drop it towards the B apartments, but there's Cold holding this A-ramp the whole time. That's surely the round.
Yeah, you'd think so, right? Drop an Art. Asked to come up 2 versus 4, and this is the clear. If he can find Lato safely, cleanly. We are on for something. Taco, only a Deagle. Spots out Art, rush down, still drop balls. And he doesn't have the health for this. 3 now barreling towards his location. Cold on A, and ooh, Taco oversteps the line before Try could contribute. We say that though, the scout goes down. A big one out of Art. 3 of the 4 that were required, and he's been caught out, strafes away. Cold has let it slip. Little windy in the arena today. Bomb now ticking. Art versus Cold in Brazil. And that is lovely. Cold stops Art in his tracks and seals that second round. He will tie things up immediately.
Yeah, well, Yanko calling for Art's head. Art taking a couple there, some tiny shots for him, but these force by wars likely to continue here. Great little recovery there from Cold. It got dicey. Here's Art just taking name after name. This is where you start to panic, because what's going on? Are we going to wait? Are we going to play together? Everybody leering forward, and Cold has to come in and say, look, no more of this. I'll finish this one off. Now, the bomb did go down. There is residual cash available here. So FURIA will be forced buying back of their own.
And there is definitely a mental game at play here as well. I mean, we've already seen it discussed with the Bad News Eagles result for 00Nation. FURIA, of course, a heartbreak against Big Clan.
That one's going to sting.
It will, especially if this goes south.
Well, how long will the force by wars continue here? There's a chance for them to respond back in kind. Safe with the scout top mid, has a lot of room to work with. Dumao waiting for some type of a cue to unleash those 20 bullets of doom. We'll start to rotate back over. So on high alert towards B in the early stages. Pistol round B execute. Second round an attempted B split. And now in the early stages again, heading over to Taco's domain. So trying to soften up the, let's say, experienced in-game leader over towards this side of the map.
Yeah, or just trying to keep Cold.
Yeah, That's true. He's iced out right now over towards A, unless they decide to pivot here. And a bit of damage done through, unconfirmed. coldzera being tagged down and wants to continue with a little bit more. Just feeling each other out here. It hasn't just been crazy in your face, let's biff. It's take your time, take the control, and now look for the fights. That's a hefty nade. Art's low.
Yeah, and ooh, through the window, Dumao, he could be set for another here. His teammate, Taco, deals with the threat from safe. And yeah, this one looks to peter out. FURIA looking to concede this jostle for economic control. A missed shot. yuurih running out of hit points. 38 seconds, and look at their health. It's getting worse as well. Lato racks up a double.
Yeah, it looks dire here, right? But they have to give this one a crack. And this is the worst way that you could lose the follow-up force buy. The fact that you don't get any kills, the bomb's not going to go down. yuurih doesn't really want to save the Tech 9 or the Scout there, and he'll fall. So flawless from 00Nation here into round number 3. And this will set them up a nice little bed, right? They can rest their head. Should get an easy one against FURIA here, who I doubt they'll be upgrading into too much. Remember, this has been a long day, right? The fact that we get 2 best of 1s in the same day. We've got the fans here early, the players as well. A lot of emotions here, especially for the players in the server right now. You guys have heard more than enough of that at home, I'm sure. But these guys are the focal point right here. FURIA, I'm sure they're not the pride of the nation. I think that one will go to Imperial, but they're definitely the ones who should be the flag bearers in terms of finding their best performances. Back-to-back majors, getting into the playoffs.
Yeah, it has been about taking that next step, though. You're sure you can get to the majors, but can you do damage at them? A strong group stage certainly would inspire some confidence, but fumbling a very heavy lead leaves them here in that 0-1 game. A head-to-head, 00Nation, very flat in their first as well. And you can see Art has summoned the troops to just have a little investigation of this A site. Now, don't forget, 0 resources. We were looking for...
If they can get a plan, Alex.
Ideally.
A plan would be nice here. Okay, try. Let's see if he can get himself stuck into this one. Notice how the crowd isn't cheering every kill here. I don't think they know who to barrack for right now.
That's true.
It's definitely lost a bit of its gusto in that regard.
But let's put this under the microscope. The fact that they had the flawless in the previous, if they get another flawless, those coffers are getting really hefty.
Yeah, and that's what I meant by worst case scenario, right? They didn't do any damage, didn't force any rebuys here. It was very unlikely they'd invest into this one. No plan. Now they're just soaking up the clock and hoping to bait out this yuurih, which they are, but that's the most successful thing they have. Here's Cold, finally activates from the back of sight. 3 kills for him, Dumao with the final, and you'd be happy with that one. The fist bumps come out and a 3-1 lead in favor of 00Nation here, but this is where we can start to get into the thick of things. It will be a FURIA gun round. There will not be an AWP available for safe here, so that is cause for concern as far as his role. But they should have enough for the AKs, maybe Galils if they want that extra util. And we do have a bit of a technical timeout called here from Art, so Cloud9 jersey, that's rare.
Whoa.
That is very rare.
Have we had any Brazilians in a Cloud9 jersey?
Maybe he was, you know, back when Cloud9 were here winning all those years ago, right? So maybe maybe he got the jersey back then.
Yeah, rolling it back, respect.
Someone's got to do it.
But, I mean, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but we've definitely seen none of that signature FURIA pace as of yet. This is a FURIA T-side. It's a best of 1. You know, I think sooner rather than later, Art's going to want to do Art things. And speaking of Art things, here he comes. Very early, lots of sound, likely heard and relayed. Dumao surely screaming, and coldzera just screams into the sight of his own volition. Lato's blind, back is turned, and over the top, coldzera doesn't check. Lato, another double. And it falls apart for FURIA. They try and throw pace into it, and they get nothing done. Maybe Art can resuscitate and recover. Yet to see safe frag. Art and safe now in combination level the playing field. A 2-on-2 with a lot of time, but that doesn't mean anything. Back of the head, we lose Cold. And FURIA fully recover. Okay, not aware of a lot of situations there, 00Nation. That's so surprising. The open runway now tagged Dumao low. This is the superstar, the man of the moment for 00Nation, and it doesn't look like he wants to get this one done. Is it a reposition or is it a save? The jump, well, wasn't converted there, and now he's just going to take a very silent walk over towards the B apartments. This is looking likely to be a save here from Dumao, but Art has to be the man you turn to, because the fact he gets up undetected, you said lots of noise, it seemed like it, felt like he also got lost as he was making his way up. Dumao might be able to find this kill here onto the likes of safe. On the jiggle, takes the jewel, and Dumao will convert. So
Tidy stuff for FURIA to get back into the winning ways. It's 3 consecutive for 00Nation, and they have plenty of cash, right? We talked about the clean sweeps. Lado might require a bit of a drop here, but Dumal can hook him up. And there's the bit of the awkward moment there. coldzera just walking on top of Lado's head, and he gets that double up. The bomb goes down. You start to worry, but you can see Lado from that perspective so glued towards the apartments, not expecting Art. And this one here,
odd, no?
Very odd. I think it's Art taking a risk that coldzera wasn't ready for there, but back turned. I think Art was counting his lucky stars at that moment.
Okay, well, straight
Such
into...
a B-lane, Alex. Again? It's almost been the entire game.
That is a lot of util. 4 smokes flying through the sky in the first 10 seconds and drop already. Feet on the site. A nice smoke for him to linger within or push straight through. Taco completely pans Lato. Has been the savior of this B site. That's 7 frags already racked up for the Bianca.
coldzera is flanking. Try, you're dead, mate. See you later.
Lovely catch. Again, FURIA just keep bullying this B bomb site, but that was off spawn.
Yeah, but this is going to have echoes throughout the rest of this game, right? They are punishing Taco over towards this B bomb site. They're saying, yeah, hey, look, we know the Taco, right? We know that we can try and crack on in here, and they're doing so with great success. I think there was only 1 round they didn't try and finish towards B, and that was the full eco, where they took the Glocks out the A ramp. So we got 6 rounds of play. I think 5 of them have been pressuring the B bomb site. Dumal will take down Art. I don't think he's going to get offered too much more. yuurih towards the pillar safe. Very safe, and coldzera over towards that vent room. So everything controlled and patrolled right now for FURIA, as they will tie things up 3-3. It has to be the save right now. Yeah,
things have definitely been very spicy for Taco on B.
So what's the adjustment, right? This is where you have to ask yourself the question. Do you attempt now to go, okay, they're going to keep coming B, so we need to maybe do an underpass push? Do we try and get an AWP over there when available? Or do we think that they're going to change it up now and try and punish our mid or our A? Because this is the mind games between the 2 teams right now. Do they want to keep the pressure towards the B bomb site, or will they start to change their calls?
Well, we know the answer, right, Chad? Because we know Taco struggles on B on Mirage. What do you do? Jumping double from cold.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Yeah, and then maybe a clutch or 2 on the bomb side, or on the T side, around that pillar. Look, he loves it there, it's cold. And look, this is a very good time for 00Nation to take this tactical timeout here, the first. And there's a lot to be discussed right now. As far as the drop department goes, you're likely to see them take light investments around these 2 M4s. Right? But what are we going to do with these M4s? Where are our spawns? What can we offer? What are we trying to plug in? A lot of talking right now from Cole. See, the lips are moving. He has a very good mid spawn right now, so maybe he's the one ushering them forward.
But if you're FURIA and you've just forced a tactical timeout, you've successfully gone for a slow and a quick B in simultaneous fashion, they've not only called the timeout to talk about it, do you not want to have a conversation about something mid and A?
Well, this is the question about how deep these game plans kind of run, right? Like, are we going to do this and now we're going to chop and change? Are we going to see how the game comes at us? A couple of interesting reactions here for the fans in the crowd. Might be a bit of a nap time for some of them there in the front row soon.
But you are right, though. It is. I was very interested to see what would happen when there wasn't a very clear and apparent Brazilian favorite. It seems when we mash them together, it's more of a...
They negate one another, they equal each other out.
Exactly,
you know?
yeah. 2 positives make a positive?
Or a neutral. Look, we're not smart.
No, that's why we're doing video games.
But you guys at home are.
Yes.
So with whatever we're getting wrong, you can get it right. Now, we are in a technical timeout now. Just a bit of an issue with one of the microphones. We'll get that sorted ASAP. Don't you worry about that one.
Worth mentioning as well, I mean, in terms of trial by fire, the fact that this is Try's first major and it's the first with group stage with a crowd like this on home, quote-unquote, home South American soil, he's going to have the home crowd advantage to an extent, certainly, under the 00Nation banner. I mean, it really is just going to be a question of, you know, can you handle it? From day one, game 1, you really are going to, and let's not forget, a very humbling first best of 1.
Indeed, yeah, indeed. That was a rough one to watch right there, but when you juxtapose the 2 and you look at the way that FURIA went, or you look at the way that 00Nation went, you can make an argument for one being worse or one being better, and it really depends on where you're standing. Look, a close game, when you are FURIA, the best Brazilian team here, and you lost it, was it
12 rounds in a row at the end?
I think it was 13-3 at one point, then it was 14-7, right? Then overtime loss. That one will stick with you. And the way that this game goes, if they start to lose a lead again, then that will really play a factor. Whereas if you're 00Nation, right? Okay, we got blown out. That's okay, right? We get another game, and now we get to go up against a team we're a bit more familiar with, a team that we've beaten historically. So for them, that loss, it probably stings to not get in the reps and not perform well in front of the crowd, but I think in terms of the mental residue left over, there might be a little bit more on the brains of FURIA.
I love mental residue. 10 points to Gryffindor, and it looks like we are ready to get back underway. Round 7 of this domestic derby live from Rio de Janeiro. Drops early, establishing the aggressive hold. He knows it's unlikely there's going to be a fully equipped CT inquiring into the apartment.
Their adjustment was send 2 players over. If they want to boost or jump up and fight, we have 2 players to take this heads-up duel, which is, well, look, let's say a 50-50, maybe a 45-55, depends on how you want to split it right there. So they were trying to deal with those aggressive maneuvers for info over towards B. So that's at least the approach from FURIA here, but 00Nation are doubling down, and on the A side, and doubling down with coldzera and Dumao, 2 very solid riflers for this team over towards the A side. So FURIA could walk into this trap. You can see them feeling it out now, taking their time. 2 players out top mid, that's yuurih and safe, and drop through the underpass, and coldzera continuing to lurk over towards that A ramp. It does look like a B split again. They're making their way up cat once more.
Yeah, Try's not really equipped for that fight. Certainly not head-to-head. He's going to look to catch one unawares. Silencer affixed to his barrel. yuurih making no secret of his presence, pushed on up, but behind Lato, oh dear! Misses his shot. Taco does not. The no-scope from safe and not rewarded. 3 bodies are dropping. Dumao had the chance to finish right there. Cole does not have the health though. Tries recovered. A weapon he knows all too well.
Time's a problem here. 20 seconds left. They have to get the bomb. They have to get into a site.
Yeah, but they're so split up. It really does fall to drop. He has to get away from this. A great frag. But can he get away? He has gone unscathed. Being hunted now. He doesn't have the time to take this fight. He has to go the same way. Supported. coldzera. What a recovery. They did not have time. They had to bring the fight. Oh my.
That's a fumble from 00Nation.
It feels like one.
Why have they taken the jewels there? Why did they take the biff? The bomb wasn't getting to the site. There was absolutely no way. I think the bomb was picked up at about 20 seconds left on the clock, and this is where it gets very awkward indeed.
Yeah, I mean, this is interesting, but then you see the flurry of CT frags, and look, 10 seconds, he's in ladder room. Try and Taco trip up.
Look, Cold's face says it all.
Yeah.
That is a fumble. They gave that round away.
Yeah.
That is the type of round you could have taken your hand off the mouse and keyboard and you would have won it.
Oh. And that's on 00Nation. Yeah, I'd take a timeout as well. Just get those frustrations out. Conversation perhaps for a later date. You don't have that conversation now.
But these are the type of things in these matchups that go wrong, right? Exactly that. This is what we talk about in pressure matchups in big games on stages. And I say big games, it's day 1.
Sure, but I'm sure Cold's within his right there to scream time at the top of his lungs, you know?
Well, the fact that they lost track of that is something in itself. I know we got Jane playing on the other thing, but the look, I'll take it away from everyone. A change-up. A very interesting one. Look at this. Art dumps his nades and throws his body into the site. Cold, excited, drops his own smoke. Caught under the smoke. Dumao low. Cold, though, should have an angle, but he's already slipped through. An interesting angle of assault. I don't know if Cold's prepared. Back turned. Art down. FURIA trying to twist the screws on the A defense, but Cold does not buckle. Dumao was brought very low. Oh, did he see?
I don't think so. Yeah, he does now. yuurih, surely he saw the slither there. I'm not so sure he has, Chad. Looking for Cold, prioritizing that. Back is turned, and Dumao on 10 HP. Gets the freebie, safe. Bomb on his back, still has coldzera in tow as well. A smoke to elope, safe with a back turn, and a brilliant shot. Tracks dry, puts us into a 2-on-2, and there's a lot of time this time.
Oh, this is FURIA Counter-Strike, the bomb with the AWPer in the window room.
Of course.
So right now he can go anywhere, and Lado's just given up his position. Safe, aware, very, very aware. Taco's on the flank though, I think he's unknown right now.
Yeah, coldzera and safe. They'd love to lock down this A plant. Safe is very paranoid. That sound cue has got him searching, and Taco perhaps can strike. Great find, immediate trade. It's Taco versus coldzera. The pressure's on coldzera though. That bomb will not plant itself. Can do it with the duel. Taco, known, and ready! It's coldzera again with the close.
Oh, sitting him down right there. coldzera, I think a big argument can be made. This is the best Brazilian player right now. And he's showing it here.
He's sharp. He really is, and racking them up in the domestic bout. 12 and 5, Chad, top of the tables. Credit to Dumao, he's keeping up with him.
I thought you saw him there,
yeah.
I swear. But look, Safe found his impact here in a very big way, right? Instrumental position here. Again, 00Nation players just not back turned, but definitely caught off guard. And down to the pistols here. So that round right there, even though they did finish towards A, you could see they were trying to open up the rotations. Let's pressure A, let's draw the players off mid, let's take the avenue and access towards connector and window. And then they finished, for, well, I'd say the first time over towards the A site here. But here's
what's he up to?
Yeah, it's a bit risky, isn't it? But you got to take the risks, especially with these Deagles.
It's rewarded with some information at the bare minimum. Gets away unscathed as well. Nothing to report. That might change quickly, though. You can see FURIA starting to posture, puff up their chest, park yuurih in mid, the majority towards the A side.
I think if we use this little deagle by here, or the deco as it were, as an example, you can see Dumao in the vent, Lato close short, and Taco over towards B. That's how they're dealing with the B pressure, right? And but that means your mid's a little bit more susceptible, your A's obviously a lot weaker, and then more pressure on Cold, who I think he's going to get caught off guard here. He's mollied out of position.
Oh, he's
talking a lot, so yeah, I think he's definitely heard that one now.
And he knows he can just burrow into sandwich. They will isolate the A defender down. Try to rotate through. Bomb on its way. Oh, put on its floor. Try. Big one out of the Desert Eagle. He'd need a whole lot more of that, though. Perhaps a boost. You can see Lato posturing for it. Drop to go sweep through. Safe from the flash. You need a quick and spicy Deagle headshot, and it's not come through. FURIA wrap it up, put the bow on it. Lato unchecked for now, and drop does go down. A quick one for another coldzera, the closer. 3 in the round, puts him up to 15 in 9 rounds of play.
Yeah, well, he's the heavy hitter right now for FURIA. On the other side, Dumao up to 11 already. We do have Drop, who only has 1 kill, 2 for yuurih. So there's some big names for FURIA yet to get activated here just yet, and that is a scary factor for the side of the nation. But they will be able to get the buyback through. AWP out. 10-4s are plenty, even a diffuse kit for good measure here. So they are starting light over towards B, so 00Nation think they've weathered the storm. Taco, the solo defender, and back towards A again. So some classic calling from FURIA here. We go B, we go A.
Yeah, but this time, Try has something a bit bigger than the Desert Eagle. Art manufactures a gap. Try could be susceptible. Art is up to his usual antics. Cold spammed down through coldzera. And it's just Try, really. Lato's losing a lot of health on that smoke spray as well. Try now 1 HP and finished as well. FURIA haven't seen a single of their frags so far.
Do you save? And if you do, how do you get back past Drop? Look at him, up through the underpass, back turn to Lato again here.
Oh, it's problems for Lato. He's not going to clear that corner. A quick headshot into the back of the dome. Taco now just looking to preserve.
But again, it feels like there's been too much of that, right? In the back of the head,
yeah,
out-rotated, out-positioned, unawares.
It's very rare in professional Counter-Strike we see so much of it, and it has been in quick succession.
Yeah, some of these more sporadic opening moves that we've seen, right? Art's doing it, he's not just running, throwing his body on the line. You talked about that manufactured gap right there. Molly, the smoke, the play, and look, the fact that coldzera has the awareness there to be spamming through the balcony, they think they know where coldzera likes to play. Holding on for his life, he'll take the exits. Everybody loves a couple of cheeky exit kills, and should be getting to hold on to this AK-47 unless they start. Yeah, I was going to say spamming now. But do they take another timeout? Do you have another chat? You've already burnt 2 so far, 00Nation.
But it's also, if you put yourself in the shoes of 00Nation, we've seen B and A be exploited. And what are you supposed to do about that?
Yeah, they're having a real rough go of things here.
That was the spam.
This is where maybe you want to do something a little bit more proactive on the map, right? You maybe want to take a mid-fight, or you want to send an AWP aggressively over towards B, or you want to put a shotgun in the hands of Taco, Alex.
Yeah, and 4 CTs leaning A side as well.
Well, this is the thing. Like, you can continue to stack sites and try and out-position and out-call what Art and Co are coming up with here, or like I said, you can take some initiative and take a fight yourself.
That's lovely, Nade. Good damage, chips away at Drop and yuurih. Maybe that will soften him up for the Nova. We'll find out. Here they come. Silent but deadly. Tries Deagle. Oh, he's going to be forced to pull out the smoke. They combine with a spray. Brought very low with a fumble. yuurih caught again. Try contributes. But a lot more required of the CTs. Want to keep them at bay. A good nade. coldzera clears out the underbalk. He's still got that rifle on Dumal. He is the high fragger from 00Nation.
But look at the radar, Alex. Art's about to walk in a B. They can drop the bomb back. Relinquish control as long as Drop gets out, and that's a big kill. The AK's on the deck. Cold's going to pick it up, but there shouldn't be any more issues. Rotate back around. You've got plenty of time. You don't have to stay here. Art is in the B bomb site right here, right now, clearing things out. If they, I guess they could just pause and allow Art to come and stab them in the back.
That might be his preference.
Yeah, an actual knife from Art here wouldn't be too bad. Taco, I don't know if he's aware of the full rotation around the world.
He's going to start getting a bit suspicious now. Definitely not the weapon for a retake B, so happy to dig his heels in.
25 seconds.
Yeah, coldzera's made it clear. Still presence in the Palace. Cold safe from the initial CT angle. It's dropped that will lose the bomb. Now we need to see the trade. It's safe, not the weapon.
Ooh.
Cold with a lot of impact, but plenty of time. Still 10 seconds as the frags come through.
I think a bit of an insurance policy right there was Art.
This dude's got backed both horses. He's wearing a FURIA jersey. He's got a Cold version on him as well.
Maybe he wants to see those two boys over there at FURIA. You never know.
Yeah, or he's just, we could call him a turncoat.
Bit of a chop and a change.
Ready to unzip depending on how the half goes.
Well, it's looking good for FURIA right now. They have taken the half victory here. 8 secured. The AWP out for Try, but again, you have to take some fights, and there's one. Try takes down Art. No more mid-aggression for you, he says, but now in the middle of things, he'll get taken out by the AWP on the other side. yuurih picks up Lado, and the kills keep coming. Try responds once more. We're in a 3-on-3.
coldzera still wants to knock on that door. Smoked off for now. Drop lingers in mid. Now that's the bomb. He has safe in tow. And decisions to be made. Art pulling the strings from the heavens. Sense of urgency wanes. No need to rush things. It's looking for that information now. A battle of intelligence. And that's the fight. Wow, coldzera versus coldzera, and FURIA come up trump twice.
How many times has coldzera just sat, waited, and the fire's come his way? It feels more often than not here, and he is beast moding right now. 19 kills and counting.
Here comes another. Bang! Bang! Another close. coldzera up to 20. 20.
Owning them right now. This is a show.
He's got the same amount of frags as yuurih, safe, and Art combined.
Well, that's a quick maths right there.
Whew.
Okay, yeah, this is getting out of control now. Look, this was a chance for them to put up a bit of a fight, and they did, right? Try finding some impact with the AWP. coldzera, he's locked in sandwich. That's not a position where you can rotate. You're committed. As soon as you step out, if anybody's watching the line, you see exactly what happens. It's a perfect example for everybody at home.
Try needs to, once again, contribute, this time with a much smaller weapon. A compromised partial buy. Cold again catches flame and does manage to elope safely. A lick of damage and another barrage of util. This is very nice from FURIA, but Cold sticking out. He still finds the frag. Hiding on that default, that slither gap. Manufactured but punished. Art gone. First casualty for FURIA. Will this be their first fumble too? They're walking into a trap. yuurih just rounds the corner, unloading his magazine. Drop as well in the feed, and just like that, the House of Cards topples down 00Nation. They had their pieces in place. Doesn't come through. Safe seems switched on, aware as to the likelihood of a connector occupation.
You're looking at here, this is about to be 9 in a row. Unless Taco has something to say about things. Drop down, 2-on-2 now, the bomb is planted. There 35 seconds left on the clock. They will have to get a bit of a wriggle on, but they do have a smoke for Lado here. If Safe finds this kill, rounds should be secured, and I think that'll be it.
Yeah. Oh, that smoke betrays his position. Shadow back, but Safe up to 10, and FURIA the same. Double digits on T-side Mirage. This already looks like 00Nation going the same way as game 1. It's going to be starting to take your mental fortitude to a whole new level if you're staring at a 0-2 after day 1. I mean, that is worst case nightmare fuel for a Brazilian team here in Rio.
Yeah, not looking great. Not looking great at all. And I thought maybe, you know, you'd hit the big red button. Maybe you'd try and pull out the double orbs. You'd see if you could just, you know, maybe get one aggressively over towards B. You'd play on Tiki. You'd play a bit heavier around mid with those rifles, play off of each other there. But not to be the case. Looking stumped right now is, again, a lot of talking from Cold. A lot of talking from Cold here. For the uninitiated, Cold and Taco, multi-major winners. But if you look at the score right now, you'd probably think it's on the other side of the server. You do have the core of FURIA. yuurih, Art, and coldzera. They have been here every single time FURIA has made it to a major, make it 5.
Yeah, and there is a conversation to be had about that changing of the guard. You know, so some of the old lot seeing this as a bit of a farewell tour. They've talked about last dances and etc. 2022 may be the last year we see some of the names in that server. Passing the torch, and then this time, Dumao gets away, not only with the frag, but with his life. Drop looking to level the odds, a quick one. Takes stairs, looking for the trade. Is Cold around this bench position? He should have it. Cold stepping up when it matters most into the 3-on-3. The T's have control of the A side. It's up to Lato and Try to regroup for this retake. Does Keserato really? Yeah, he just wants to take the fight. Or the AK Try will punish. yuurih and safe, joined at the hip. Try's barrel has been spotted, and safe will communicate the same. Looking for it, and back his turn. Safe does not let that one go. A real opportunity, and surely the B site is going to be investigated. You can see Safe has got his running shoes on.
It's an open runway. Nobody can stop him right now. Safe can literally run into the site. He does not know the bomb site is open right now, and if yuurih presses forward, if Taco makes a step, gives up a sound cue, then yuurih can cut off the rotations here. It doesn't look like he's going to activate in time, but Taco's starting to investigate now. He will hear the bomb, hear the digits going down, and yuurih will hear the rotation of Lato.
Lovely. Oh! I was going to say position from yuurih. Now he's lost Safe. It becomes a very different story. Taco, good awareness. Still looking and finds yuurih. And from CT, the fourth is found for 00Nation.
Okay, it's something. It's definitely something to work with here. And for FURIA, it is looking like a lot of deathmatch. It's so strange the way that they've tried to play out these rotations when the rounds have gotten close, right? We had the round with Safe in the window with the AWP, and this one here where he's been sent on his own mission over towards that B bomb site. They're not playing this as most teams would, a Mirage, and that's classic with FURIA.
Let's have a look at that closely.
Felt like, okay, yeah, that one, hard to explain those.
I'm looking at the expert.
Yep, sometimes it happens.
Okay, yep. right, Volvo. Accelerates. Cold needs this on the FAMAS, not going to be able to deliver. And quickly taking control back. It's Try that does manage to chip one away from the pack. Safe from the molly, and the second as well. They may not. Oh, molly him out. Yep, force forward. He's done very well to manage the cues. Drop is unprepared, and Lato combines. Big effort from Try into a very winnable final round of this first half. Lato over the top of the smoke. Did he catch a glimpse of yuurih? yuurih staring at him, still finds him with the spray. Just awareness at an all-time high. And Taco on the retake, they know he'll be coming in from that mid side. Well, certainly do now as he unloads his mag. This shot out of Safe. Taco to reposition. They aren't in a hurry to get that bomb down, but yuurih still on the digits now. Safe across to CT, running them down. Taco, urgency here to try and make it a 1v1. He cannot isolate the jewels. It will go 11-4.
Hey Future Pros! I wanted to show you an alternate way to take some mid control on Mirage. To get the most out of this, you'll need 4 Future Pros, 2 smokes, 2 flashes, a molly, and a HE. Future Pro number 1, you'll be throwing the top mid smoke. To throw the smoke, stand beside the stairs. Aim at the wire above the corner of the building. Then just throw the smoke. Future Pro number 2, you will throw the smoke that lands on the mid ramp. Stand at the opposite end of the stairs as Future Pro 1. Place the tip of your smoke over this dark smudge. Then just throw the smoke. A note for this, you will need the classic view model to line this one up. Future Pro number 3. You'll be throwing a couple of supporting flashes. To throw your first, run towards this wooden beam. While against the beam, aim just to the right of the bottom of this line. Running jump throw the flash to blind anyone who could have a good spawn. Then toss your second flash into the ramp smoke. Future Pro number 4. You will actually get to utilize this nifty ramp smoke, but first bank a molly off this wall which will land behind the ramp smoke. Also toss a HE into mid if you want. Now you get to sit behind the smoke and look for some fights. Listen out for some burn damage, as a CT will think their best option might be to play behind the smoke. From the CT perspective, you can see it'll be very difficult to spot a T over the smoke. So good luck.
Heartbreak imminent for 00Nation, an appropriate logo. FURIA are on the prowl as well, 11 rounds, and that's on the T side, Chad. Mirage could be a quickie.
Yeah, this is looking like a fast one for FURIA here, and I'm sure after the slip-up against Big, they won't be taking any chances here in the second half.
Oh, God, yeah.
A pistol round to get this one done quick as you like, get yourself home. You get yourself into the 1-1 category here. If you're not too familiar with the format here at the Majors, it's the Swiss system. Now, on the other side of things, 0-0, yeah, that's for sure, and it'll be a 2 on the other end of that. They will be playing a best-of-3 for their life. So one of the two are going to be at the bottom of the barrel after this game.
I mean,
looking good.
Going 1-1 for FURIA would probably enable them to get some sleep. I think going 0-2, the sleep is completely out of the question, as is their ability to perhaps think clearly into the next day of play.
You have to run the gauntlet then, aren't you? It's going to be best of 3. So for 00Nation, if they do go down here, which is seeming likely now, it'll be 3 consecutive best of 3s required just to get to that next stage of play.
A little bit of information on this mid-walk. They might want to boost for coldzera, but yeah, the turret is in. Cold wants to take the fight regardless, and that is perfect. One click, one frag. coldzera wants to send these boys packing. Nothing to report, nothing to celebrate. The USPs popping heads like cherry tomatoes. And look at the face, coldzera. It's just business as usual. And I think for them, that is just going to be enough to really ride the rest of this one out.
Yeah, coldzera is smurfing on these kids right now. This is absolutely ridiculous. Seeds, 22 kills, just owning. The next closest on his team has 12, so he's 10 kills ahead of the pack here. Dumao's the only one putting up resistance, and he had a couple of exit kills, if we're going to be honest, and that's sharp as you like. Oh, even off the goosh there, drop finding the final, so tidy work for him. And yeah, well, this is where it gets rough for 00Nation. No plants, not a whole lot of kills to boast about. Now into the force by straight into the blender. Art up and over, damage done. He will tuck away.
Very nice out of Art, gets away despite being spotted out. The rest, spotted out as well. Look at yuurih screaming, the rest of the team's on A. Nothing for try to do but die, and just Lato and Taco up against the whole CT squad. They're not long for the world either. 13, speed running to the finish line here, FURIA.
That's both pistol rounds, and this time they didn't flub the second. So that's a whole different conversation here. Not only that, 00Nation with that full investment now will have to take an eco of their own. And at this point, maybe next round take the timeout, but then think about the comeback. Think about the required comeback. Now, actually, FURIA were at a 13-3 scoreline a little bit earlier today. So we'll hold out, right? We'll continue to treat this one as the drubbing it appears to be. A Deagle, make it 2, a couple of P250s, and a Glock in play for this one. And I think just take pace out of the game. These type of matches, especially when you're being blown out, it can go by very quickly. Yeah. And I know that seems like a silly thing to say, but you blink and you go, we didn't even get to play Counter-Strike, because you look at the amount of traction or kills that they're getting. It's not an awful lot. Right? In these situations where you're holding onto your guns, you're saving, maybe you get an exit, right? It's still going quite quickly. So this game has run away from 00Nation. They've lost Taco to kick things off. Just 4 more to find right now, but as you can see, the pace being taken out.
Yeah, understandably so. Also, just from the more human standpoint, you'd love a round where you can kind of screw your head back on.
That's the thing. Look, I would love it to have a massive round where maybe Dumao goes beast mode and gets 4 to 6 kills and it looks really cool, but you would like to just have a clean default round where you execute well and you find your necessary kills, and then from that point you go, okay, well, we won a solid round of Counter-Strike.
We played Counter-Strike. We got to play, yeah.
You can't just have hero moments. There's no way you're going to come back in a game like this with hero moments. It needs to be the team activating as a unit, taking it round by round as we hit them up and bucket out top mid, and that is 2 rounds back to back with all 5 staying alive for FURIA. They are sitting pretty right now. Cash aplenty. Oh, look at this one.
It was 3-1. I mean, it doesn't seem that long ago that we witnessed that pistol round go the way of FURIA, and then 3 quick, successful rounds out of 00Nation. Now still round 19 with only 4 to boast. So that default you were asking about, let's see what their game plan is. 00Nation now with every bell, whistle, and grenade they could desire, and they're taking it. Palace.
Very fast. Very fast.
Dumao.
This is not good.
In. yuurih out. Art still a problem. And that will cancel the initial aggress. Great placement of the incendiary. Forces Try out of the line, tries to regain control with a smoke of his own. Lato, great shot. Hunts down Art, safe the unknown entity. But, oh, Taco's going investigating as Drop does pull out of B, so this commitment onto A. It will all be on safe. As Taco waves the flag saying B wide open, you can see around the world maneuver about to be adopted, try to smoke their cross through mid. If that's what they want to go for, Drop might activate with his MP9.
The only way here this one could get rumbled is somebody pushed underpass, right? And tried to cut Lato off, and that's not going to happen here. Tried dipping back now as well. And maybe Safe and Drop just want to hold on to some goodies. There is an opportunity for Drop to get involved and find himself a rifle upgrade, but as he walks back, he might get a bit of a rude shock. Look how far forward Taco is. He's pressed extremely aggressively into the market position. It is against an MP9, sure, but Taco will have the jump on him here, and yeah, it does appear to be the save now. Safe over towards T-Spawn. Drop starting to relinquish control. And if they can find the AWP off the back of Try here, that wouldn't be terrible to carry forward. There's no concerns right now if you're FURIA. Sure, we lost a round, right? That's not great, but we have plenty of cash. We've had the clean anti-ecos and eco rounds, as it were. Try is actually investigating here, like ships in the night. Safe has just ducked under that line of sight, so if he pokes that beak of the AWP too far forward, he will be losing it. But all good in the hood. Okay, so Drop finds himself an AK. Safe to hold on to the M4. We'll see if Safe wants to go into the AWP. Right, that's the next question, because he can drop this and buy himself the AWP. I'm sure yuurih would love to get a bit of an upgrade here going forward. And look, you're not going to coast if you're FURIA, but you have the opportunity to lose a couple of rounds like that and not worry about it.
Sure, but with the context of game 1,
sure,
FURIA,
yep.
When do we get anxious?
They will probably start to get anxious. Look, maybe after this round a little bit. They're investing into double orbs, right?
Okay.
So this is hefty, right? It's not to say they won't have a buy into the next depending on the saves here, but this is a huge investment right now. If this is the game plan that they want to run with, the double orbs need to ring true.
Taco out mid. A lot of utility to weather through. Cold in tow as well. Very clear indicators as to where they want to finish up. Bomb on the back of Try. Smoke lined up, another one blooms in window, so information at a cost. Really only going to come from Drop. He's turned tail as well, so nothing to report. Taco starts his crawl. Great flash. Taco ate it. Oh no, both blind. yuurih profits and doesn't get away. Big frag back from Cold. Trades keep coming. Drop keeps FURIA with a leg up in the round, committing now a gap that they may not expect. Safe calling a lot, moving in. Yeah, would rather play the numbers. Caterato about to extend them. 4 versus 2. Cool, calm, and looking to collect. Try does find the 1. Not an easy duel for Lato. Might want to call for the AWP.
There's no util down. The smoke's all faded. There's no util left. You've got Lato committed to this position and Try very low on HP. They're up and the over. That's the maneuver, but Safe's dropped on back. He's going to give him this line. No need. You can make the next move. You have to plant that bomb. We do not need to fight you right here, right now.
Okay, so a little bit of freedom of movement. Bomb will go down. And now I imagine FURIA start to clamp in as that 3-man unit. One thing that does have to be regarded is those double orbs. Okay, as I finish that sentence, Art equips himself with the Kalashnikov. Must-win round here for Try. 22 points of health. Not easy on this AWP line. He needs to find one of them, and he does. Drop down. Molly denies him, completely cut out. It's up to Lato now, and if he doesn't hit that shot, he's in trouble, but he does. Lato's done everything for the 00Nation conversion. It's not planted for him. Needs the deagle, finds it, safe in the one-on-one. Very low, very susceptible. Barrel spotted, and no time. 00Nation, the must-win. Try does go down with the bomb, but a fifth found, and every member of FURIA down with it.
Yeah, that's a rough one, right? That type of investment that they made right there, the fact that they had the number advantage in that situation and they lose a round like that. And now they have to have a conversation because their money across the board, it's not looking pretty. This is how it started. Bit of an unforced error there, right? Taco either a little bit ahead on that timing, but it looked off. Let's just put it that way. It's a great shot from Lato under pressure. Him and Try. Some of the younger guns on this 00Nation side, especially as far as that experience goes. And they've invested into 2M4, so trying to level out the cash here.
Still threatening.
Definitely so. And well, they've gone heavy towards A with this lean. Art, yuurih, and safe early.
That's a
Serato boosted.
gap.
Yeah, it is cheeky, isn't it?
Supported as well by a secondary smoke. Just as one fades, another takes its place, this time on Con.
Now they've gone into a standard spread of around here. Drops over towards B. Art and Serato in the crossfire with the M4s. yuurih lingering around if one needs to get picked up. And Safe just tucked in close towards that A ramp.
Oh, he's taken some dangerous info maneuvers. Thinks better of it now. Smoke implies a commitment, double as well, so mid-info removed. Sound cues are plenty. Dumal wants to flush Serato out of his hidey hole. Successful in doing so.
I'm not sure if anybody heard that. Dumal would have been the only one closest and available to do so right there, so at least they know the vent room is clear.
It's up to Art here. Mag 10 VM4. Art prevails. And that's a big one out of Safe. He only had the 5-7, still puts Lato down and out. Another contribution.
Drop's still here.
Just out of arm's reach though, can't pick up the rifle, and they are starting to knock on drop. Just the deagle, not the weapon for the job. Serato still a problem. 28 looking for 29, needs fresh mag first. But down, but still standing. As Serato continues to close, FURIA have found their 15th. And 00Nation have lost hope.
Well, now they're on their feet out there. Look, we might have to get a bit of a local expert of what the bloody hell is going on. To start the day, the Brazilian matches, it was going gangbusters.
It was fuego. It was crazy.
And now, I think they don't know who to support. It's a little bit of an awkward situation out there. You can see the faces. It's not cheers for every kill.
Yeah, or the Black Panther is the black sheep of this cheering section.
They always feel like they have been, unfortunately.
Why? They're stylish, they're flamboyant, I get it. The old boys, exciting, they made history.
You got Serato almost dropping 30 here. You got to get excited about that one. Bit of life left in them out here. But yeah, this is it. The shovel in from 00Nation. What's the best that they can bolster? They've got an AK out. There's a couple of deagles.
Yeah,
There's going to be very light on you two here, Alex. What are we talking? A smoke, a couple of flashes, a Molotov. I don't want to call this one, but it feels dumb.
Yeah, I mean, coldzera's backing Lato. He's dropped an AK for him.
The second in play.
All right, yeah, two of those. Let's see if there is any life left in 00Nation. 3 rounds posted in their first, 6 here in their second. That's 0-2. Going to be ringing in their ears in the shuttle back to the hotel. Big nade, very big nade. Look at the damage, the destruction. Art does fall, succumbs to that AK-47. Safe puts Lato down and out. Taco, big strafe off the flash, gets himself into the site unspotted. Certainly not unscathed. 20 points of health, the big bang on the ding, a second out of Taco, but that is all we have to write about. 16-6.
Absolute shellacking here. That is FURIA making good on a little bit of a boo-boo earlier in the day against Big, and you can see just some hugs. Not an over-celebration here. They're happy with this one. They've taken care of business. They've gotten the victory, and they've got themselves in the 1-1 column going forward.
Taken care of business, but taken the edge off of the day. FURIA will be able to at least get some sleep with an important match tomorrow. Can't say the same, though, about 00Nation. It's 0-0.